Blah, 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 blah. Hi, I'm Scott, and this is the 80 Thursdays Project. This is day 5. Well, this is not day 5. This is a few days after day 5. This is the Sunday afterwards. I was very, very, very busy on that Thursday, and I didn't have time to record. So I'm now recording on the Thursday. Bonus is, it's way better lit, and it looks better. So I might just start recording a couple days later. That way I can take my whole Thursday just to build a game. And also I get to use the benefit of lighting. Anyway, day 5 of my little project. So this week, after having a break of the coding from the week before, I was able to figure out how to add friction, or to make it look like there is friction to my controls. And I managed to basically finish the basic test bed. So now there is a little level, and there's some platforms that I can jump on top of. My character jumps and moves left and right, and even there's a button for a skidding stop. There is no animation to all of this, and it is as bare bones as you can get. But as you can see from the little thumbnail I'm going to put in this screen here, it is a functioning game. So this is now my point where I can play around with the physics, play around with the controls, start really tweaking it to get it fun to just control, fun to play. And I can start maybe kind of thinking about what my target console or platform is going to be, and that's obviously going to dictate the controls. If it's going to be a console game, obviously then it has to, be mapped to a joypad. Or if it's an iOS game or an Android game, then it has to be mapped to touchscreen controls. Or is it going to be like tvOS or Fire TV or Mac, or who knows? That's kind of where I need to go next for this. That way I can figure out what the input methods are going to be, and then I can tweak it so that those input methods feel good to use in this game. There's no point in using a touchscreen control, like forcing it to be touchscreen when it's really designed for joypads or for mouse and keyboard or whatever. It's just going to feel really just terrible. I mean, there's so many games out there just now where they've forced controls in to work on a touchscreen. I mean, look at, platformers are a good example on iOS that kind of feel a little bit janky sometimes. There's virtual buttons on the screen or a virtual joystick on the screen, and it just feels off because there's no feedback. Whereas, there are some platformers like Super Mario Run or Rayman Legends. No, it's not Legends. Rayman Go, whatever it's called. The Rayman game that's on iOS, where they've kind of added an auto run feature, which works really well on the touchscreen. So that's kind of where I need to go next. So that's that side now. Coding is becoming a lot more natural. I can understand what statements mean and where they go and what they need, what their outcome will probably be, which is helpful because I wrote my own code for the controls, or I kind of customized my own code for the controls, and same with the friction. And I did have to use some sourced code from a forum for learning how to jump. I figured out how to make him jump, but I wanted him to jump at a variable height. The longer you press the jump button, the higher he jumps, etc., etc. Yeah, it's working. It's functional, which is the most important thing. So the next step is figuring out how this is going to feel good. I also actually did some design stuff this week. As you can maybe see from the bottom of the screen here, I have been looking at color. Color plays a huge role in how we perceive the world, and especially when we play games. The famous, red barrel means explode thing, for example, or in movies in particular, they'll color the screen for certain tones and ideas and moods and whatever they're trying to convey. And so it's important to really focus on color, I think, first when trying to design something. I have a big book of colors, which I kind of had a quick flick through, and I picked out a whole bunch of colors that I like, and I put them on the board here, and I've kind of written a little blurb, a couple words here and there for every single one, just to kind of give me ideas where to go. And I mean, there's thousands and thousands of more colors that I love in this book that I maybe will use, but this is just a starting point. So I'm going to start playing around with these color pairings, seeing what seeing what I don't like. I'll also be doing that next week. I've been also reading a lot about the psychology of color, which is helping inform me about what colors I should choose. So yeah, it's been a good week. It felt really good. I was a lot more controlled with my time. I really enjoyed digging back into Game Maker Studio 2. I think I made a good choice with that engine, and I've actually managed to do some design stuff. Next week it'll be kind of continuing down this road and starting to actually make a game, something that can be played by me, maybe by other people. If I can figure out how to make this a good game, I will publish it, hopefully. So this has been day 5 of the 80 Thursdays project. I will see you next week. Ciao. Ciao. Bye.